broadcasting live from Houston, from the space city to the world. You are watching Now Media Television.
Good day, everyone. Welcome to Your Personal Real Estate. I'm your host, Michelle Briggs. Thank you for being here for all things real estate with our industry experts and more. As you can see, the beginning of the show has changed a little. We are utilizing this time to take a deeper dive into additional aspects of real estate to add value to you, our viewers. So let's begin. Real estate has long been recognized as a powerful wealth building asset. Beyond its potential for immediate income and appreciation, real estate offers a unique advantage that can significantly impact your family's financial future. Equity. Harnessing the power of equity with real estate can pave the way for generational growth and securing a legacy. Equity is the difference between the market value of a property and the outstanding mortgage balance. We're building in every mortgage payment we make. As you make your mortgage payments, the property value appreciates, your equity increases. One effective strategy is to tap into your property's equity by refinancing or take out a home equity loan or even a line of credit. These funds can then be used to invest in additional real estate properties, diversify your investment portfolio, or even explore other ventures. By strategically reinvesting your equity, you can accelerate wealth growth and create multiple streams of income. One way to capitalize on real estate equity is by acquiring income-generating rental properties. Using the equity from your existing property as a down payment or to secure financing for additional properties allows you to expand your portfolio and increases your passive income. Another avenue for utilizing equity is by leveraging it to improve your existing property. Renovations and upgrades can enhance the value of your home, subsequently increasing your equity. Whether it's a kitchen remodel, adding an additional bedroom, or improving curb appeal, strategic renovations can boost your property's market value, leading to greater wealth accumulation. Now, utilizing equity with real estate offers various tax advantages. Mortgage interest rate deductions, property depreciation, and capital gains tax benefits are just a few examples. Understanding and leveraging these tax incentives can help optimize your wealth accumulation while minimizing your tax liabilities. Consulting a financial advisor or tax professional can help you navigate these complexities. And we have a financial advisor with us today, if I can get that out. All right, so harnessing the power of equity with real estate is a strategic move towards securing your family's generational wealth. By leveraging equity for further investments, building a rental portfolio, renovating and appreciating, and establishing family trust, you can create a legacy that will benefit your loved ones from years to come. Now remember to seek guidance from experienced professionals to develop a tailored strategy that aligns with your goals. Start leveraging equity today and set your family on the path to long-term financial success. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
¿Quieres que tu negocio crezca y todo parece indicar que el camino es Estados Unidos? Te dijeron que abras una LLC para que no pagues impuestos, mas no tienes idea de cómo hacerlo. Soy Edmundo Treviño y quiero compartir contigo más de 20 años como empresario en Estados Unidos para que tú no te equivoques en los mismos errores que yo ya realicé. Sígueme en todas las redes sociales para que juntos conquistemos el mercado americano.
Hi, my name is Elias Basabe, founder of Little Maria's Cafe Restaurant in West Houston, located in 2901 Wilkers Drive, Suite 137, first floor. Here you will find a family-friendly and relaxed environment where you can enjoy a delicious homemade breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We know you need to get to work fast, and we want you to enjoy a tasty, quality, and healthy homemade food. So come and visit us for a great nutritious meal at an affordable price. We specialize in tasty breakfasts, deli sandwiches, fish, even barbecue cookouts. Little Maria's Cafe has it all. We only use the great quality of Boar's Head meats and products. Just like you, we love to get you up early. Little Maria's Cafe is open from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. You can dine in with us during breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or we can have it ready for you for pickup. Visit us today on the first floor of the CMPC Center at 2901 Wilkers Drive, Suite 137, first floor. Order now at 832-667-8376, Little Maria's Cafe.
Welcome back, everyone. Michelle Briggs, your host for Your Personal Real Estate. And again, we have Anna Radford. Now, you may have seen her last week. If you did not see her last week, go back and watch that episode. She's commercial real estate. It was a great conversation about e-commerce. Anna, how are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. It's great to see you again, Michelle.
Wonderful. Thank you for coming back. I appreciate your conversations. Now, we're going to be talking about potential for repurposing vacant shopping centers in mixed-use developments. So that's, to me, is very interesting because it's a conversation, again, that we haven't had here on the show, and I think it's a viable conversation in our market today. So what are some of the most common challenges involved in repurposing a vacant shopping center into a mixed-use development, and how can these be addressed?
Well, this is a very loaded question, and I don't think we've got enough time to go into it in detail, so I'll try to be concise. And first of all, I want to make sure that we understand retail is not dead. It's changed, that we focused more to services, but it's not dead. It's very much essential. It's very much needed, and we're not going to go around and scrape down all shopping centers and convert them to something else. Absolutely not. Second, I want to make sure we're all on the same page about what a mixed-use development is. So basically, this would be a development, a property that contains two or more of the uses, right, which are retail, office, industrial, medical, or residential. So you've got to have at least two. And it's, this is a grand topic. These developments are exciting. You've seen them. You love them. I feel very passionate about them. I've been through one of these developments, and it took years. And I can say these are lifelong, career-long projects because of their complexity, right? The complexity of understanding market, complexity of going through the rezoning process, of land entitlement. While you're doing all this, you also have got to navigate your development loans, right? Your lender wants to see you accomplish certain milestones, achieve certain things while you're going through this. And you'll literally be spending so much money, so much effort, and for years until you see your revenue come in. And you also got to make sure that you deliver things on time and in the right order, right? You cannot deliver retail before you bring industrial or you bring your offices, because then there are no consumers for it. So it will go into stress. So it's a very strategic process that takes a very long time and lots of complexities.
I can only imagine when we see the groundbreaking, you do, and it's how long has it been, right? How long has it taken to get to this point, to get the mixed use? And some of the developments that we're seeing around the Houston market are beautiful. They're amazing, and they are definitely, they're mixed use, and they use the space well. So I agree with that. Now, what factors should we consider when evaluating the feasibility of a mixed use development project? Like on a particular shopping center site, such as you mentioned zoning laws, nearby amenities, and transportation infrastructure?
Well, the answer is it depends, right, on what you're trying to bring there, what you think market will support. But it's, the number one undeniable thing when you do any real estate project is the population growth. Check your population, right? Like there is nothing you can offer in a desert or something to become a desert soon. So make sure your population is there, make sure it's growing. Yes, it will help if the zoning is somewhat flexible, like general commercial versus, small scale retail. It's, the broader it is, the better. It helps when it's in the county versus the city. The process just seems to be simpler. But also consider your land cost basis. If you're buying an old shopping center, it's probably not the cheapest land because, retail land tends to have a lot of visibility, a lot of frontage, nice access points, and that costs money. It's okay for retail because the rates are higher and retail can afford it. But industrial, which has the lowest rental rates, cannot afford it, and that's why you barely ever see industrial in a mixed-use development. So you've got to just think, what can you afford at your land basis? You know, maybe you go vertical, what they call. That's when you build on top, right? You build higher and use that same square footage efficiently, or maybe there's some land in the back that was not previously used. But it's got to be economically feasible.
Wonderful. There's so much to it. There is so much to it. As you said, there's a lot of complexity in that. So how do you recommend approaching tenant selection for a mixed-use development? And what type of businesses or tenants are typically attracted to these types of properties?
Well, don't. No, don't. Not that don't undertake it, but do not underestimate it. These projects are very sophisticated. So you need to understand your market, you need to understand what goes there. The most successful mixed-use developments that I've seen are usually the ones that have high-density residential or high-density office and retail. And it makes a lot of sense, right? Because people living there or people working there, they need retail to service them, they need restaurants, and the other way around, retail needs dense consumer base. It's a very symbiotic relationship. The second advice would be, do not try to do everything yourself, because do not underestimate what a specialty each use is and how much you need to understand it. I only know of 2 companies in Houston that can pull it off and they're versed at all of the classes. That would be Metro Commercial or Signorelli Development. But other than that, focus on something that you know and maybe sell portions of the land to other specialty developers, but make sure they're very well bound to commit to development on a certain timeline so that you're not left out with half-developed project.
Now, is that something that you assist them with that process, correct?
We can consult on that.
Got it. Excellent. Thank you. So what are some of potential benefits and drawbacks of investing in a mixed-use development project? And how can we ensure that, that we're making a sound investment in this area?
Absolutely. So again, do not underestimate. It's a very long process to develop mixed use. If you truly want to do it yourself, limit the uses. Do, let's say, a high-density residential or office with retail on the bottom. We see a lot of that in New York and in all dense cities. Those are very feasible. Those are very doable. If you're going to go more complicated than that, let other people specializing in other classes develop it for you. Be well prepared to financially carry the burden while you're planning everything out, while you're zoning, while you're assigning the uses and architectural guidelines and getting city permits, city approvals, and the roads. Just the platting takes so much time. So be prepared to be spending money for years before you see any money coming in. And then when you do partner up with other developers on the project, make sure they're capable and that they commit and they can build in time and they can deliver in time.
With the builders, now in a client that you work with and looking for or building a mixed-use development project, it's years in the making. What would be the one thing, if someone was thinking about doing this, and they're looking for someone like you, what would be the number 1, number 2 question that they should be asking when they're hiring you? What's
my background in the mixed-use development? And mixed-use development specifically, if somebody says, oh, I developed a shopping center before, that's not enough. That's absolutely not enough. It's got to be mixed use.
Wonderful. Well, again, you are amazing at what you do, and thank you so much, Anna, for being with us today. We appreciate you greatly, and again, we look forward to learning more about commercial and what you provide to us in the Houston market.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Hey, Lily says AT&T is giving everyone their best deals.
Minus the air quotes.
Best deals.
No need to wink. Others say they give everyone a deal, but not everyone gets the best deal.
Told you, the best deals are for everyone here, with a choice of plans.
You were right.
Is she always right?
Always.
At AT&T, we give everyone our best deals on every smartphone. Are you a business owner feeling overwhelmed or burnt out with no energy left for what's most important to you? In order to effectively run your business and maximize your profits, you have got to be the best possible you that you can be. Now is the time to reclaim your energy, master your schedule, and maximize your profits so you can effectively run your business rather than it running you. It's time to become the CEO of your business and life. I'm Jen Godet, a business strategist and life coach. I work with overwhelmed business owners who feel stuck in a rut and depleted. I teach you how to stop doing the things that aren't making you money and start prioritizing the things that bring you energy, joy, and lasting impact. I'm a human performance specialist and an international best-selling author. I've helped countless people all over the world to learn the art of saying no, overcome their fear, and maximize their performance. Let's get you to live your best possible reality. Start today and become the CEO of your business and your life.
Welcome back, everyone. My name is Michelle Briggs. I'm your host for Your Personal Real Estate, and we're continuing our show with Shane Rankin. He is a financial strategist with the Fitzpatrick Group. How are you doing, Shane?
I'm doing good, Michelle. Thank you so much for having me on today.
I am so glad that you are here. Now, Shane and we are friends, and he is really good at what he does. We are a client, and I wanted him to be a part of our show because there's so much more to being a financial advisor, a financial strategist for us as, clients and customers and those that may be looking to expand their real estate portfolio. There's so much. So I wanted you to be here today. So who are you? Tell me a little bit about who you are and what it is the Fitzpatrick Group.
Yeah, Michelle, first off, thank you again so much for having me. So my name is Shane Rankin, and I am a financial strategist with the Fitzpatrick Group. We've been in business for about 8 years. Located in the Houston Galleria. As far as myself personally, I'm very involved in the community. Obviously, financial strategist is my job title and my career path. Very, very involved in the community. I graduated from Sam Houston State University, where I was very involved, student body president of my class and the entire university in and of itself. Also very involved in the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo Wine Garden Committee. I'm actually the captain for that committee. Been doing it 8 years as well. Also very involved throughout Texas Freemasonry. I am active in numerous lodges where I participate in not only just the fraternal aspect, but also the charitable aspect of the fraternity and the charities that we support, as well as obviously you and I going back a long ways, being on the board for the Wine Meets Whiskey for the ALZ awareness and longest day research for Alzheimer's research. So very involved in the community. As far as the Fitzpatrick Group, it is in and of itself. We are an independent, family-owned financial services firm located in the Galleria. We specialize in tax-exempt or tax-diversified retirement planning, working with real estate investors, working with W-2, 1099 independent contractors as well, to just put them in a better financial situation than what they currently are, using various strategies, some more creative than others that are out there, and just overall bringing them into a better position for their financial plan.
Definitely. Now, how does working with a financial advisor benefit a client who is a real estate investor or a homeowner?
So I'll answer that in two parts, actually. So as far as the real estate investor, there's obviously a lot of tax implications when it comes to real estate investing that are different than your standard, stock market buy and hold strategy. So we want to educate them on not only how the real estate realm works, but how to diversify themselves, not necessarily from a market perspective, but also tax diversification. In regards to the homeowner side of it, we really want to educate them on this is most likely going to be one of the largest purchases in their lifetime. So we want to make sure that they are not only purchasing the right home for themselves, but they're financing it correctly. They're not going above and beyond their means, and also how to protect that asset for generations to come if it is going to be a forever home. And if it's not going to be a forever home, how can we best utilize certain financing strategies that are involved in it, obviously working with the realtor and the mortgage broker or lender to just put them in the best position possible for whatever their independent needs are.
Definitely, equity can make a difference. Having equity in your home can make a difference. So what is a infinite banking concept? And how can real estate investors utilize infinite banking in their real estate strategy?
I'm glad you asked that, Michelle. So infinite banking is something that's not new. This has been around for generations. Unfortunately, it's been very exclusive to the ultra wealthy of Americans. And effectively what infinite banking is, it is a strategy. It is not a product, it is a process. However, there are certain products that are involved in the overarching strategy. Effectively, what infinite banking allows individuals, businesses, and entities to do is eliminate the need for a bank. They are effectively creating their own bank within a few different strategies that are baked in. Versus leaving your money down at a checking or savings account, earning half of 1% or maybe 1% in a high yield, we can get guaranteed interest rates as of right now at 4% with non-guaranteed dividends on top of it. That can add up to 6, 7, even 8% over a long stretch of time. It allows those individuals to effectively borrow money against the value of this portfolio rather than from it to be able to invest in real estate. Stock market obviously is there as well. And then instead of paying the bank or financial institution back with interest, they are paying themselves back with interest. And all the while, the money may be out of this particular strategy and in their real estate portfolio, this strategy is still earning interest as if they never touched the money. So it allows them to have a dollar work in multiple places at once and doubling the overall return in a lifetime of investing. In addition to that, unlike your traditional 401ks, IRAs, things of that nature that have all types of taxes and penalties to take out if you take the money out prior to age 59 and a half, these assets are liquid, no taxes, no fees, no penalties in order to access them. So it allows our clients to have an emergency savings account for investing, or yes, those emergencies, while making a dollar work in multiple places at once. And at the point when they decide to hang it up to officially retire, or maybe just take it a little lighter than what they were doing during their working career, they can actually take the money out of these particular assets 100% tax free, or better yet, tax exempt. That just allow our clients to supplement their retirement cash flow off the radar screen of the IRS for income tax purposes that will not trigger any taxation.
Oh my gosh. There is so much. That first of all is amazing. And it's something that we should all know and really have an opportunity to potentially take advantage of, right? And look at that opportunity for ourselves and our family. Now, how can homeowners and investors protect their families? Let's say if someone passes unexpectedly, how when you're talking about all the real estate investing and the programs and the strategies, how can someone protect their families if one passes unexpectedly?
You know, Michelle, I'm a firm believer in life insurance. Life insurance is a very tough conversation to have with a lot of individuals. And yes, they may have it offered through their workplace, through the employer-sponsored plans. But having a privately owned life insurance policy, something that can be utilized for other tools, or just a raw insurance policy, just to protect those that you care about, should God forbid something happen to you unexpectedly, your family can continue on. Yes, they will have the overall emotional loss, but they won't have any financial loss, which I think is important to most people out there. And also protecting if maybe you don't pass away prematurely, but you become disabled, or you need in-home health care that your health insurance may not cover. We do also help with those strategies as well.
I love that. I love that because it's when you're speaking about life insurance, it's not about the individual person that's obtaining the life insurance. It's really about their family.
Absolutely. Those left behind. Yeah, absolutely.
It is their family. So how do we learn more about these concepts? I mean, we can visit with you, right? We can come to your office?
Absolutely. So we're located in the Houston Galleria, but we do have a nationwide presence, obviously with technology, Zoom, etc. We work all over the country with our clients. My information will be provided obviously here, and all of my initial consultations with people who are interested in learning more about overall financial planning or some of the specific strategies we talked today, I do offer a complimentary service to just provide education. I think when you educate people, you empower them to make wiser and smarter financial decisions. So we don't charge an initial consultation fee to have a visit, kind of figure out what's going on, and if there's a way that we can help, we want to be that resource for those folks.
Well, you definitely are that, Shane, because I know that education is key for you. And I think there's a lot of us and there's a lot of individuals out there that just don't even know where to start. They don't even know where to begin. I mean, what should they be looking for in an advisor?
I think with an advisor, as you're out there shopping for an advisor, it needs to be an advisor that focuses on education. Education is very key. There's a lot of advisors out there that are really good at what they do, but they come in with a very, very hard close, hard sell, move your money to me, I'm really good at this mentality, versus really leading with education to provide the client, hey, here's how things actually work. Here's how the tax law reads within the United States, so that they can become empowered in and of themselves to make decisions, and we can be that resource that helps implement those decisions into a long-term plan that allows them to have more money for retirement, keeping more of their money from taxes, advisory fees, and over-leveraged market volatility, keeping more of their money and leading with education.
That's wonderful. So what is the first thing what should they have for you? We have a couple minutes. So when they are reaching out to you to have that consultation, what should they be bringing with them?
I would say an open mind first and foremost, because a lot of the concepts we talk about have been very exclusively to utilized by the ultra wealthy, but we really want to bring that to Main Street America. I tell people anything that's in the quote unquote financial junk drawer is always a good thing to bring. However, for the initial consultation, there's not going to be any sort of contract signing or anything like that. I say come in with a conversation. Hey, here's where my pain points are. Here's what I'm kind of thinking about. What is your overall professional opinion of this? And then as time goes on within that process, there'll be some fact-finding, learning more about each individual's situation or entity's situation. And then at that point, we'll start collecting, any statements from that financial junk drawer I mentioned to just create an overall holistic plan for what they are trying to accomplish.
Wonderful. Well, Shane, thank you again for being here. Thank you again for being a part of Wine Meets Whiskey, the longest day for Alzheimer's Association. Mason, there's so much that you do for your community, and I just want to acknowledge you for that. So thank you again, Shane, for being here.
Thank you, Michelle, and thank you for having me.
And we'll be right back after this commercial break.
Stop and think. How often do you take the time to set goals? And when you set those goals, how often do you hit them? The problem is the word goal setting. We all have goals, but goals are just wishes. Goals are what we want. What we really need is called result setting. My name is Katrin Becker, and what I do is create tailor-made result plans that ensure people will hit their targets. If you are committed for real results, let's chat and see which program is right for you and your team. Goals are just what we want, but together, results are what we will achieve.
Hey, Lily says AT&T is giving everyone their best deals.
Minus the air quotes.
Best deals.
No need to wink. Others say they give everyone a deal, but not everyone gets the best deal.
Told you, the best deals are for everyone here, with a choice of plans.
You were right.
Is she always right?
Always.
At AT&T, we give everyone our best deals on every smartphone.
Tell me, are you looking to sell a house or buy a home? Hi, I'm Michelle Briggs, and your real estate needs are my priority. With over 2 decades worth of experience within the real estate industry, I know I can help. Whether you're selling a house and moving on to the next chapter or buying a home to create generational wealth for your family, I am the realtor for you. Call me now at 713-256-5465 and let me handle all of your real estate needs. Welcome back, everyone. Michelle Briggs here, your host for Your Personal Real Estate. And the show, our guests today have been phenomenal. And we have another one that is with us today. His name is Damon Rogers. Now, he's a property casualty associate risk advisor with Cadence Insurance. Now, how are you doing, Damon?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me, Michelle.
Wonderful. Now, Damon and I serve on the Greater Heights Area Chamber of Commerce together.
That's right.
We volunteer. He is involved in his community. I want you to tell us about you and why you chose Cadence Insurance.
Thank you for asking, Michelle. I, like many other people during the beginning of the pandemic, went through the phase where I was saying to myself, it might be time for a change. So I decided to start to look for different opportunities for myself. I was in pharmaceutical sales and it just wasn't the right fit for me. So as I started asking around with friends and family members, I kept hearing the same theme. You need to get into insurance. It's just a longer runway for you. You have more opportunity. So I made the transition to Cadence Insurance about 2 years ago.
Excellent. So why Cadence Insurance?
Well, I just like what they stood for. I like the fact that they're in the community. I like the fact that they really have a strong presence with nonprofits. And for me, I focus on commercial real estate and I focus on nonprofits. So I wanted to join a company that was in alignment with some of the things that were personal to me.
Wonderful. Now, why are commercial property insurance rates continuing to rise?
You know, Michelle, that is a great question, and actually I get that question all the time from prospects, from clients, and I have to take a step back to answer that question. First of all, we have to talk about the hard market, and right now we're in what we call a hard insurance market, and that is because of a couple of reasons. One is because there's a limited capacity right now in the commercial insurance space. And that's due to the natural catastrophes happening across the world, earthquakes, hurricanes, all those things really put stress on the capacity for commercial insurance. And you have many people that are trying to purchase commercial insurance at the same time. And you know this, being a realtor, you know that when there's a small availability and large folks trying to go after the same thing, then that creates some tension in the market. That's what we're seeing right now with commercial insurance.
Right. Well, I know with residential insurance, we are, you're quoting every time, that is continuing to rise. So it's across, it is across the board. But when you look at the commercial and the commercial properties, it's interesting that you say that because honestly, I didn't know that. I know, we hear of residential companies coming in and giving these unbelievable just cheap rates,
right,
and then they're gone 6 months later.
Right.
Does that happen with commercial as well?
It does. Commercial tends to be, it's not the same as homeowner policy. The buyers tend to know more what they're looking for. Sometimes you have buyers that are not sure what they're looking for. However, across the board, homeowners, commercial, all lines of coverages are seeing rate increases due to the limited capacity and a hard market that we have in insurance. This is not just Houston, this is not Texas, this is not the country, this is across the globe. It's a global event right now.
Wow. So what can commercial property owners do to mitigate the cost of rising insurance rates?
Michelle, great question. Number one, be very, very particular about the updates to your property. Updates, your HVAC system, your plumbing, your wiring, your roofing, specifically your roofing. All of these things add up. And let me give you, for example, if you're a commercial property owner, building owner, and you submit for coverage, and that underwriter, that carrier is looking at your property, and let's say there's another property that's exactly like that one, same year built, same location, all the specs are the same. They're looking at your property, they're looking at the other property, and they see that your property is missing the update data. You don't have updates on your HVAC, you don't have update on your roof, you don't have update on your wiring, and the other property has all that information. Since we're in a hard market and that underwriter does not want to spend a lot of time on your particular account because you're missing information, sometimes that will get pushed to the side. And they will say, we don't even want to work on this because this other company, this other property has everything we'll need, so we'll write this one instead. So having all the information that you need to show improvements you made to your building is a fantastic start to reducing your rate, reducing your cost for insurance. Another thing that you can do is sometimes, and we understand, insurance is there to protect your business when something happens. However, there are times when you have an incident, and maybe, for example, let's say you had a deductible of $5,000. and you have an incident, and that incident, that claim that you could file with the insurance carrier is for $6,000. It might behoove you to talk to your agent to see is it worthwhile to pay that claim out of your pocket versus filing that with the insurance, because what happens over time, the insurance is keeping track of the claims. And if you have a lot of claims over a certain period of time, the insurance carrier may non-renew you, and or you may be paying extra rates for your coverage.
Now, I've heard that before about being dropped. I mean,
Exactly.
if there's too many claims, you're a liability. I mean,
Exactly.
you become too much of a, I don't know what the proper terminology is, it's because you become too much of a liability, and then you have to go on to someone else, and they do. Then who knows what you're going to be paying at that point.
Right.
So, I mean, Damon, I know that you are a cell phone call away. So it's really reaching out to their insurance carrier, their point of contact, and saying what's best for me in the long run.
Right.
With the situation today. So when is business interruption coverage a good option for commercial properties?
Another great question, Michelle. In my opinion, business interruption coverage is always an excellent option for businesses. If you have, let's say, for instance, you had a fire in your business and it damaged part of your building, it damaged part of your establishment, well, you would be hard pressed to try to continue to run that business and then pay out of your pocket the expenses associated with keeping the business running while you're also trying to get it repaired. Business interruption coverage, what that does for you, continues to pay the payroll. It continues to pay for the out-of-pocket expenses due to that incident. It continues to pay, in many cases, the loan for that particular property. So business interruption coverage is an excellent way to mitigate that business's risk in the event that there's an accident.
Damon, I didn't even know that existed. I'm just like sitting here, because I'm telling you, all I want to do is now I just want to go talk to my business owner friends and
Right.
the places that I frequent and the places that I love and say, do you have this coverage?
Right.
Just because we want you back, right?
Right.
You know, we want you to rebuild and bring that, my favorite food, back to me, right? So
Right.
thank you for teaching me that. And everyone, if you own a business, you want to find out, do you have that business interruption coverage? What does it look like to get that just in case?
Right.
Now, what is the difference between replacement cost and actual cash value for commercial properties?
Again, very good question. I love that question because I'm going to step away from property for a second. I'm going to go to something that in Houston we all are familiar with, your car. So let's say, for instance, Michelle, you bought a brand new vehicle, you're driving off the lot, you're excited about your vehicle, you get 2 streets away from the dealership, and bam, you get hit broadside, and it totally, completely devastates, totals out your car. Well, excuse me. Ooh,
No, you're fine. That's you're talking commercial. You start talking about a car and those replacement cost and actual cash value.
Right.
Insurance is complicated.
Right.
That's why I wanted you here. You are our first commercial insurance risk advisor that is here on our show, and it's so important. I want to make sure that is accurate. So you hesitate as much as you want.
Fine. So for actual cash value, if you have that accident and your car is totaled right after you drive up the lot, and if you know, once you drive the lot, your car depreciates automatically by about 20%. What happens, the insurance will actually write you a check for the cost of that car and deduct 20% right off the top. That's in your pocket. That's actual cash value, and no one wants that for a brand new vehicle. With replacement costs, what happens if you drive off the lot and you get into an accident, the insurance company will reimburse you for the cost of that car right away without the depreciation factored in.
There's so much to coverage. I mean, there's so much. Thank you for sharing that, because there really is. So why is it so important to know the replacement cost of your property?
For a business owner, that is a crucial piece of your business. What happens is, over time, your property can ebb and flow with the cost of replacing it depending on the market and what's going on in the market. What I mean by that, right now all of us are experiencing market turbulence because of inflation. Price of materials are going up, price of materials, the ability of materials to get here is limited, and so knowing that your replacement cost gives you the ability to line up your insurance for exactly what you need. The worst thing that can happen for a business owner is you have not enough insurance to cover you in the event of an incident. That's probably the worst thing that can happen. So knowing your replacement cost gives you the ability every year to line up your cost and get the insurance that's appropriate coverage, not too much, not too little, but just right for your coverage.
Now, Damon, do you provide, I'm sure you provide those services, and you go on site, have the conversation, visit with your potential client or future customer, and see what the actual their needs are. So when someone calls and says, come out and take a look at my property, is that part of what you're factoring in for them?
Absolutely. So everything I've mentioned today, that's something that we can handle within our office. We can come out, we can take a walk. We can also send our risk control team to come out and take a walk for you as well, especially if you have various schedules of property, you have big things, you have complex things going on with your business. We can take a look at that for you. We do that all day long, every day.
Wonderful. Well, Damon, thank you again for being here today. We appreciate you. I look forward to seeing you at the next chamber event next week. And
absolutely,
everyone, write his information down if you are a business owner. Definitely take a look at, insurance, quote it. You should be looking at the cost of your insurance every other year at least.
Absolutely.
Right, requote. Everyone, thank you so much for joining us today. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Working through the legal system is challenging and risky, especially if you don't have the right attorney at your side. Hi, my name is Sonia Aston, and I'm an attorney with over 30 years of experience. I've helped small and medium-sized businesses and business owners to make sure that their legal rights and interests are protected. As general counsel for you and your organization, I can draft and review solid contracts, minimize the risk of litigation, review and prepare comprehensive business succession plans, or help you navigate your company with the local, state, and federal government. Take a decisive step today. I'm here to make sure your legal rights are protected and you have a peace of mind that you deserve.
Welcome back, everyone. This is Michelle Briggs, your host for Your Personal Real Estate. And next up, we have Kat Troulinos. She's the founder of Tada by Kat, Next Level Staging and Design, here to tell us of the 6 things to consider when hiring a professional staging company. Take it away, Kat.
Six reasons you may not want to hire a full-service designer or decorator. Full-service design services where the design professional waves the magic wand, and from idea to installation, it can be amazing. But really, it's not for everyone. What is for everyone? Having a welcoming, cohesive, lovely space that fits your style and your budget. And sometimes this doesn't require hiring an interior designer or decorator for full service. In fact, there are some people that would be better served with an alternate design option that allows them to save money and get the look and feel they enjoy outside of full service. So you may ask, who are these folks? I'm going to share 6 types of people that may not need this full service option. Reason number 1, you're not ready to make an investment. When you create a budget to invest in your home and hiring an interior designer, it shows you understand the value in their services. When you work with an interior designer or decorator, you'll receive a customized, tailored end product that meets your specific, unique needs and design, along with saving you potential time, money, and resources, and possible costly mistakes. It's worth it, I promise, but even so, there are some people who just can't convince otherwise. They have no interest in making the investment and just don't see the value. Interior design is just like any other profession. When you go to see a doctor, you expect to pay a fee. Or when you go to the hair salon, you expect to pay for their services. The same goes for an interior designer or decorator. We are business professionals and create a beautiful experience for our clients. Clients that are raving fans and see our services as invaluable and definitely worthy of their time and their investment. But an alternative option to hiring a designer for just an on-site or virtual consultation would be your best option. This would allow you to get a feel for what a designer brings to the table, and it'll help you understand the process involved. By having a consultation with a designer, it may shed light on your ideas and help you consider things you hadn't actually thought of, and also confirm ideas that you just couldn't make a decision on. If you need more, consider saving your money for full service in the future, or ask about in phases or steps. Reason number 2, you love to shop. Do you love sales? Do you spend your weekend perusing your favorite home furnishing sites like Pottery Barn and Restoration Hardware? So these stores are a great option for you because they allow you to get your shopping fix and offer free in-store design services. On the other hand, working with an interior designer is like dining at a 5-star restaurant. Each course the chef creatively prepares and serves as an experience. You don't know all the details and magic of what goes preparing the meal, even though the menu describes what to expect with the taste. So, in the same way, a designer presents their design concept. We don't expect for clients to shop for the ingredients. If you prefer to create your own meals, hiring an interior designer probably isn't for you. But an alternative work option would be to work with an interior designer on an as-needed basis. This type of service is great for clients that have a project maybe in progress, but may need a professional opinion on things like paint, colors, lighting, furnishings, or finishes such as flooring, backsplash, etc. Selecting the correct paint alone that doesn't have any of those pesky, unwanted undertones is a cohesive element and can be tricky. Reason number 3, you're a control freak. Working with an interior designer requires a certain level of trust. You're letting this person into your home, your life, and your wallet. As designers, we understand this and make it a priority by being your puzzle master and making sure all of the many pieces needed to turn your desires into a reality come together. But in order to make this happen, you have to let go. Now, don't get me wrong. The process is a team effort and it is collaborative with parameters. If you insist on being a coach instead of a team player, then you might need to consider other options. So an alternative option would be design-only consultations with an interior designer who may be your best option. This lets you dip your toe into the idea of working with a professional by allowing them to create a curated design plan for you. You are ultimately responsible for shopping, purchasing, styling the space, etc. yourself. Reason number 4, you have lots of free time. There's a lot of work that goes into designing a space. There's the design itself, and then you're sourcing each item, purchasing items, and then the installation. Designers also invest their time, money, and effort into attending workshops and going to market to bring you the latest and greatest in home furnishings and solutions. So if you're someone who has time and enjoys the idea of educating yourself on doing presentation boards, renderings, and creating a design for your space, then you don't need an interior designer. However, an alternate option would be to consider purchasing blocks of time to help you fill in the gaps for areas you may need assistance in. Reason number 5, you moonlight as a hoarder. Interior designers are pretty creative at mixing your existing furnishings with new pieces if they fit into the design scheme. This isn't going to work if you insist on holding on to those dusty items from grandma's basement that just doesn't make good design sense. If you really want to keep every trinket an item from 20 years ago, then an interior designer is probably not for you. But an alternative option would be to consider a decorator assistance service. This option allows you a designer to assist you with editing and styling your current furnishings while updating and enhancing with new decor, accessories, etc., and integrating it into a welcoming, fresh look and feel. Reason number 6, you're a DIYer. As mentioned before, working with an interior designer under a full-service project means the client never has to lift a finger. It really is a turnkey concierge-level service where we handle everything from designing, shopping, deliveries, installation, and even dreadful returns for damaged goods. Interior designers also work with reputable tradespeople who support those projects requiring a craftsman. If you prefer to do all this yourself, then an interior designer isn't the best fit. However, an alternate option is consider a design-only consultation package where a detailed design is created for you to implement yourself. So, did you see yourself in any of these explanations? If so, that's perfectly okay. The beauty of the design industry today is that there are so many ways that you can work with a designer. Although full-service interior design may not be the best option for you today, I encourage you to seek out a design service that both suits your personality and the beautiful, joyful space that you desire. For more information, call Tada by Cat Living by Design at 281-798-3750.
Working through the legal system is challenging and risky, especially if you don't have the right attorney at your side. Hi, my name is Sonia Aston, and I'm an attorney with over 30 years of experience. I've helped small and medium-sized businesses and business owners to make sure that their legal rights and interests are protected. As general counsel for you and your organization, I can draft and review solid contracts, minimize the risk of litigation, review and prepare comprehensive business succession plans, or help you navigate your company with the local, state, and federal government. Take a decisive step today. I'm here to make sure your legal rights are protected and you have a peace of mind that you deserve.
Hi, my name is Elias Basabe, founder of Little Maria's Cafe restaurant in West Houston, located in 2901 Wilkers Drive, Suite 137, first floor. Here you will find a family-friendly and relaxed environment where you can enjoy a delicious homemade breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We know you need to get to work fast, and we want you to enjoy a tasty, quality, and healthy homemade food. So come and visit us for a great nutritious meal at an affordable price. We specialize in tasty breakfasts, deli sandwiches, fish, even barbecue cookouts. Little Maria's Cafe has it all. We only use the great quality of birds head meats and products. Just like you, we love to get you up early. Little Maria's Cafe is open from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. You can dine in with us during breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or we can have it ready for you for pickup. Visit us today on the first floor of the CMPC Center at 2901 Wilkers Drive, Suite 137, first floor. Order now at 832-667-8376, Little Maria's Cafe.
¿Sueñas con vender tus productos o servicios en Estados Unidos? Pareciera muy difícil, mas no es imposible. Soy Edmundo Treviño y quiero compartir contigo más de 20 años de experiencia promoviendo productos latinoamericanos en el principal mercado del mundo. Si quieres aprender más, sígueme en todas mis redes sociales.
What an excellent show today. Thank you, everyone. Welcome back. Now, we want to thank all of our guests today. We hope that you are getting value each week watching us speak with a variety of real estate industry professionals. Now, thank you for joining us today. Our show airs Thursday at 5 p.m., and we want to be your guide to the real estate market. If you're looking to sell your house or buy a home, I invite you to allow me to be of service to you and your family. I'm Michelle Briggs, and this is your personal real estate and ALC.
This has been a Now Media television feature presentation. All rights reserved.
Hey, Lily says AT&T is giving everyone their best deals.
Minus the air quotes.
Best deals.
No need to wink. Others say they give everyone a deal, but not everyone gets the best deal.
Told you, the best deals are for everyone here, with a choice of plans.
You were right.
Is she always right?
Always.
At AT&T, we give everyone our best deals on every smartphone.
Stop and think. How often do you take the time to set goals? And when you set those goals, how often do you hit them? The problem is the word goal setting. We all have goals, but goals are just wishes. Goals are what we want. What we really need is called result setting. My name is Katrin Becker, and what I do is create tailor-made result plans that ensure people will hit their targets. If you are committed for real results, let's chat and see which program is right for you and your team. Goals are just what we want, but together, results are what we will achieve.
Are you a business owner feeling overwhelmed or burnt out with no energy left for what's most important to you? In order to effectively run your business and maximize your profits, you have got to be the best possible you that you can be. Now is the time to reclaim your energy, master your schedule, and maximize your profits so you can effectively run your business rather than it running you. It's time to become the CEO of your business and life. I'm Jen Godet, a business strategist and life coach. I work with overwhelmed business owners who feel stuck in a rut and depleted. I teach you how to stop doing the things that aren't making you money and start prioritizing the things that bring you energy, joy, and lasting impact. I'm a human performance specialist and an international best-selling author. I've helped countless people all over the world to learn the art of saying no, overcome their fear, and maximize their performance. Let's get you to live your best possible reality. Start today and become the CEO of your business and your life.
You probably already know that first impressions are never forgotten. However, did you also know the way you feel about yourself contributes to your quality of life and the opinions of others? Hi, my name is Kristen Gunderson. My mission is to help people by flipping the switch inside their body, which in turn will help them to feel better and do more. In fact, once you feel your best, you will be able to pour into others, keep your cup full, and reach every goal you have set up for yourself, whether it's personal, family, or business related. The way you feel will dictate the way you think and the way you live your life. Feeling your best is necessary to achieve your goals. You deserve to put yourself first. Let me help you flip the switch so you can feel better and do more. Let's talk. I know I can help.
Hey, are you a small business owner that's struggling to double or triple your revenue and profits? My name is Michael Rager. I'm your business guide with Teach Your Business to Fish. Our success operating system will help you double or triple your profits every 2 to 3 years while actually maintaining some semblance of a home life. Call us at 713-201-5559 and we'll help you become a real success.
Bienvenidos a Interior Bar Houston, el bar más vibrante de Downtown en la ciudad de Houston. En Interior, la fiesta nunca para. Nuestro DJ de clase mundial te mantendrá bailando toda la noche con la mejor música de hoy y de siempre. Además, aquí encontrarás las mejores bebidas y cócteles. En Interior, nuestro ambiente electrizante y nuestro equipo amigable te asegurarán una